So soft bend in your knees. I want you to let your arms go really floppy. Just go from one side to the other. So knees are staying facing forward, and we're just moving at the hips. So starting with a little bit of mobility work. So mobilizing through the body. Now I want you to start quite slowly. So you're just letting your arms loose and they can hit you as you go around. And then I want you to try and pick up the pace a little bit. So some mobilization through the core, through the hips. Remember, knees are bent slightly, toes all facing forward. I'll pick it up a little bit more. It's going to do 3, 2, last one. Okay, come to center. Feet stay just where they are. You're going to breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, come down, hinge at the hips. So bend down, soft bend in the knees. Now, this time, fingertips, hands come to shins. You're going to slide up to the thighs. Breathe in, loop the shoulders. Breathe out, push away. So we're just going to stay here for a little bit. So we've all been working on this position, so that figure 7 position. So a nice flat back. So you should imagine that you've got a tea tray on your back with your favorite biscuits and you're not going to let it drop. A nice straight line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Doesn't matter how much of a bend there is in your knees. Breathe in here. Breathe out, come down. You're going to breathe in to come up. Breathe out, interlace the fingertips, bring your palms to the ceiling. And now you're going to push out with your elbows. So bend your elbows and really push out. Try and keep space between your shoulders and your ears. Breathe in, bend the knees, fingertips up. Breathe out. Hands are just going to come to your side. So you're going to start by crossing the right leg over the left. Really important that your whole foot is grounded here. So making sure the knees are stable. You're going to breathe in, arms stretch up, and then you're going to clasp the left hand over the right. Breathe out, you're going to tilt over. So I'm giving a gentle pull on my arm. So I'm really feeling a stretch all the way down my side. So big breaths here. So remember, as the breath travels down, your belly expands. As it comes out, as you exhale, it contracts a little bit. Okay, come to center. Now, bend your knees as generously as you need to as you come on down. Remember, all toes are pointing forward. Knees are nice and stable. Now, wherever you land, try and let the weight of the head relax over. So stretching out through the back of the legs. Breathe in, you're going to stretch it up. And then breathe out. All you're going to do is swap sides. So the left foot crosses over the right. Really try and keep pressure in the outer edges of your feet. Breathe in. Hands come up. Breathe out. Right wrist over the left. I'm going to take that stretch on this side. Gentle tug on the wrist. Big breaths here. So feeling that stretch all the way down the side. Out. One more breath. Breathe out, come to center. Now we're going to go belly over the thighs, come down. And the knees can bend as generously as you like. And then when you're here, just let the weight of the head hang over. Try and relax through the face. Keep pressure in the outside of your feet. Breathe in, stretch, come to up to center. Breathe out, and across the feet. This time, bring your feet a little bit in closer. You're going to breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, come back over. This time, on a breath in, you're going to slide the hands just to the shins. Breathe out, loop the shoulders, push away. So I'm going to give you 3 options here for when we repeat this, just to see what you find better. So big breaths here, really stretching out. Really point your tailbone back. Breathe in, breathe out. Then breathe in, big stretch up. Breathe out, we're going to go straight back down. This time, fingertips on the mat. Breathe in, reach up, so it's kind of like a grasshopper, so your final version. Breathe out, come down. Okay, hands are going to come to the mat. You're going to step your left foot back. So get yourself set up, so I just need to bring my right foot forward. Left knee is going to go down, we're coming to low lunge. So you're going to take your right thumb to your right hip crease, pull it back as you come up. Breathe in, hands come up. Breathe out, find that space between your ears and your shoulders. So if this is your first time here in the low lunge with me, make sure that your hips stay in line. You need to make sure that the knee is in line with the ankle. All toes are pointing forward. You can be on the back toes or toes curled under, whatever makes you feel most stable. Hands can be at the waistline or where we were. Now, really important here, I want you to imagine you're pulling the front edge of your mat and the back edge of your mat together. So wake up the legs here. So big breaths. Every time you breathe in, find a place to lift. So here I'm thinking tall through the head. Breathe out, find a place to contract. Okay, so last week we went into runner's stretch from this position. We're going to again. So breathe in, toes are going to point towards the face as we come back, straighten that leg. Breathe out, come down, over. So again, right leg is bent as generous as you need to. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, round over. Really good hamstring stretch here. We come to this every week because I like it so much. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back through. Breathe in. We're going to reach up. This time, right hand comes to the left side. We're going to take that stretch here. Breathe out. So you're going to really need to squeeze your thighs together here for stability. Breathe in. Try and find a place to reach. Breathe out. Come to center. So come on down. We're going to take a twist here. So left hand is going to plant in line with the arch of the right foot. Breathe in, reach up to the ceiling. Breathe out, wiggle the fingertips. Breathe in, reach up a little bit higher. Breathe out, come down. Now we're going to take gate pose. So your back foot, you're just going to come and bring it across. So it should come about, so that would be 45 degrees. You're going to walk your hands around. I'm just going to do it this side and then turn so you can see me. Hands going to be underneath the shoulder. I'm just going to move myself around so you can see. So hand underneath the shoulder. You're going to reach up and find that stretch. I'm just going to hold here, so now you can see what it looks like. I'll move myself back around. Find the angles when you move around. Here we go. So really straighten through that leg. Bring the arm down, walk it back to center. So walk it back to the front. You're going to bend that front knee and then just step it back to all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. I'm going to take a cat-cow here. So belly comes down, breathe in, look up. Breathe out, really squeeze belly button up to spine. You're going to hug it in. Breathe in, come down. Breathe out, curl it under. Breathe in, come to center. So now I want you to check that you're in a really good, solid, all fours position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hip. Really wide through the fingers. So really spread your fingers and press into the fleshy part between your thumb and your index finger. Okay, breathe in. You're going to slide the right foot out. Seesaw a little bit back and forth. Breathe out, lift that heel up. Now think about hugging everything into the midline, really press away from the mat. Weight is in the center. Breathe in, slide the left fingers out. So come into a bird dog position, thumb up to the ceiling. Breathe in, really reach out. Breathe out, we're gonna squeeze, nose to knee, hug everything in. Breathe in, stretch it out. Breathe out, squeeze everything in. Breathe in, stretch it out. Breathe out, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe in, stretch it out. Now, we're going to come into that fire hydrant position. So, you're going to flip your palm so it faces the floor. Bend your elbow, bring it to a 90-degree angle, and you're going to do the same thing with your leg. So with your leg, you're thinking about a puppy having a wee against a fire hydrant. Really squeeze everything into center. 3, 2, 1. Come back. Now you're going to walk your hands up towards the thighs. Curl the toes under if they're not already. Just take the weight back. So you should feel a big stretch through the fascia of the foot, so the arch of the foot. Deep breaths here. So if this is too much for you, take a little bit of space between your bum and your heels. We're going to walk it back to that all fours position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and then really squeeze belly button up to spine. So you're really pushing everything away from the mat. Same thing. Breathe in, left foot's going to slide out. You're going to rock back and forth. Breathe out, lift that heel up. Hips stay square, so think about that tea tray here. Breathe in, add in the right arm. So thumb up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, find length, really try and take up space. Breathe out, squeeze everything in. Breathe in, stretch out. Breathe out, contract. Breathe in, really try and reach out. Breathe out, nose to knee. Breathe in, reach out. Then we're going to take that fire hydrant. So first, flip your palm down to the floor. Come to that 90-degree angle. And then add the leg. So you should feel a little bit of a shake here. Make sure the left hand, the left elbow is not locked out. Soft bend. 3, 2, 1. Come down. Now we're going to walk it out to a plank. So hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes under, come into that tall plank position. So think of your head and your spine as a long straight line all the way down to your heels. Really push your heels back. You're going to breathe in and then breathe out, bend your knees to kiss the mat. Breathe in, lift up, push your heels back. Breathe out, come down, knees to the mat. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, knees down. Breathe in, come up. Keep moving now at your own time. So remember to breathe. Keep pushing away from the mat. So dome through the shoulders. Just a few more. Last one. Now when the knees are lowered, keep them there. You're going to now bring the elbows down to the mat. Forearms, fingertips stay parallel to each other, and you're going to walk the knees back for a puppy posture. So keep walking the knees back until your chest comes down to the floor. You can now, you're going to bring your forehead down. So tailbone's really pointing up to the ceiling. A big chest opener here. Keep breathing. One more breath. Okay, you're going to slide through. So really hug the core in. You're going to slide onto your belly, keeping your arms exactly where they are. Pelvis comes down. Make sure your feet are uncurled. Okay, now, what I want you to do is imagine that your arms are on some paper and you're going to try and rip the paper apart. So I'm pulling my arms actively left to right. They're not moving, it's just that action of trying to pull left to right, keeping everything where it is. And then now, think about lengthening through the spine. So try not to curl your neck in too much, so don't look up, don't look down, just look slightly ahead of you. And now, try and relax your bum, so don't tighten through your bum, try and keep it nice and relaxed. And bring the attention back to your arms. Keep breathing here. You're going to start to feel this in your shoulders a little bit. Opening up through the back. Now you've got it. Bring the breath. Okay, lower down to the mat. You're going to slide your hands in line with the chest, curl the toes under, and you're going to press it back to all fours. Now, step the opposite foot up, so your left foot. When you come into that low lunge, so remember, toes can be curled under or down, your choice. Left thumb to left hip crease, pull it back, and come up to low lunge. Breathe in, fingertips are going to come up. Breathe out, relax the shoulders down. So I like to come to a nice wide V shape here so that my shoulders aren't squeezed up to my ears. Now you're going to be feeling a big stretch through this hip flexor. If this is too much for you, you're going to bring that knee closer to you. If you want a bit more, walk it back. Your choice. Now again, check your alignment. Knee in line with the ankle. Squeezing my inner thighs together and thinking about pulling the front edge of my mat and the back edge of my mat together. So really active legs here. Okay, so hands can be at the waistline. If they're with me, this time you're going to take your right hand across to the left. Breathing, think reaching up before you come over. Gentle pull on that arm. As you can see, I lost my balance there. So you really need to hug everything to the midline. Really squeeze your legs together. Okay, come back to center. Now, left toes are going to point up towards your face. You're coming back, straightening through that leg. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, round over. So we're going to take that runner stretch from here again. Remember, bend the left knee as generously as you need to. Hands come to the floor. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, round over. Relax the head over. Big breaths here. Okay, roll through that left foot. You're going to take that twist here. Plant the right hand in line with the arch of the left foot. Breathe in, left fingertips up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Breathe in, really reach up. Breathe out, come down. So gate variation here. So you're going to take the right toes, you're going to turn them 45 degrees. And as you do that, you're going to walk your hands across the mat, straightening through the left foot, and then toes can point. So my toes are pointing towards you. You're going to plant the right hand underneath the shoulder. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades together here. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Okay, we're going to walk it back to the front edge of your mat. Pivot your toes so they point forward and swing your leg back round. It's time. Hands are going to plant underneath the shoulders. You're going to curl the toes under and step it back to plank or all fours. So strong plank here. Now, if your knees are lowered, you're going to lower down from there. Otherwise, breathe in, come onto the tippy tip toes. Breathe out, elbows squeeze into the side body, and you're slowly going to lower all the way to your belly or until you fall. And then breathe in, baby cobra. So small lift. There's hardly any weight in my palms. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in, curl the toes under. Lift it up to all fours or on a breath out to plank. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Everybody, downward facing dog. So you're going to pedal through the feet. Getting a little bit more stretch through the backs of the legs. Talk about this every week. So with your hands, you're thinking about turning two bottle tops in the opposite direction. That's going to make your shoulders rotate, so biceps towards the ears. So pedal here. Now, we've been working on this for a few weeks. So I want you to imagine there's a hurdle in the center of your mat. You're not going to touch it. So everybody take a peek at me. You're going to breathe in, come onto your tippy tip toes. Then roll through to that plank position. Breathe out. Heels are going to push to the back wall. Breathe in, come back on your toes. Breathe out, downward facing dog. So I'm really thinking about hugging my belly button up to spine. So when you're ready, you're going to breathe in, come up and over the hurdle, come through to plank. Breathe out, push your heels back. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out, downward facing dog. So two more. Breathe in, up and over. Breathe out, heels back. Breathe in, up and over. Breathe out, heels down towards the mat. One more. Breathe in, come up, over. Breathe out, heels back. Last time, up, over, downward facing dog. Just going to pedal it out here, remember biceps towards the ears. Breathe in, you're going to step your right foot up. So I'm just going to turn so you can see me. So right foot is forward. You're going to pivot on the back foot. So big toes point towards the left corner of the mat. Now we're going to rise up to warrior one. So fingertips up towards the sky. Now I'm facing forward, warrior one. Now last week we paid loads of attention to the outside of this back foot. I want you to continue to do this here, especially important in warrior one. And we're doing that opposition again, so front edge of the mat, back edge of the mat, pull it together. Good. Breathe in, fingertips reach up. Breathe out, try and relax your shoulders away from your ears. Good, so we're building some strength in the legs gently here. We're also getting some rotation in the hips. Breathe in and out. Try not to grip in your toes. So you might find that you've scrunched your toes under. Try and relax. Okay, breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, you're going to twist, warrior two. So here I can widen my stance a little bit. So you're working at getting your thigh parallel to the floor. Anywhere in between is fine. Hands are still going to reach out, and you're looking towards your front edge of the mat. Remember, paying attention to the back edge of that back foot. The inner thigh is spiraling out. Shoulders away from the ears. Just going to breathe here. Keep the shoulders relaxed. So are your toes scrunched under? Try and keep them relaxed. Breathe. Maybe you're finding that opposition, squeezing the front edge of the mat and the back edge of the mat together. So front hand, you're going to flip it, palm up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, really reach forward. Breathe out. The left hand's going to go behind your back as you come up and over. So I'm really stretching now. My right finger towards the back. Feeling that stretch through my side body. Now breathe in, straighten through the front leg. Breathe out. You're going to extend your arms back into that warrior two position. Now we did triangle last week. We're going to continue to work on this. So really with this front leg, make sure the knee is nice and soft. So don't lock your knee out. So first of all, you're going to tilt your hips back. You're going to look towards your front fingers. Then when you're reaching forward and you can't reach forward anymore, you're going to start going down. So right hand down, left hand up towards the ceiling. So your options are, you can come to the outside of the leg, hold on there. If this is too much for you, you're going to bend the leg, bring your elbow to your thigh. Or if you want a bit more abdominal work, you're going to hover. So you're going to come to the inner leg. I'm just hovering. So I'm just using my back of my hand for a bit of support against my leg. Now you can either look up towards the top hand or look down. I'm just breathing here. Three, two, one. Big bend through the front leg. Both hands are going to come down. Pivot on the back toes so they're all facing forward. And we're going to take the twist on this side. So plant the left fingertips, so the left palm, down. Take that twist. So right hand's up. Back knee can always be lowered. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, come down. You're going to step it back to plank. Now, we've never done a hop through before. So you're going to walk to the top of your mat or bend your knees. Breathe in, breathe out. You're going to hop your feet up. Okay, so either bring your feet flush together or keep them hip width apart. You're going to breathe in now, either fingertips on the mat, on the shins or up to the thighs. Breathe out, roll the shoulders, bring them away from the ears. Breathe in, push away. Breathe out, come down. Now, hands come to the mat. You're going to jump the feet back or step them back one at a time. Plank. Either lower your knees, come onto the tip toes. Breathe in, breathe out. Elbows are glued to your side. Lower down. Feet on the floor. Breathe in. You're going to press up to cobra. So the fronts of my elbow creases are shining forward. I'm really rising up. You're going to look to your left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out, come to center. So if you're feeling any pinch in your back, just come down a little bit lower. Breathe out, look over to the right. Breathe in, come to center. Now with your elbows pushing back, squeezing into your side, you're slowly going to lower down as slow as you can go. Rises for the last person down to their mat. Okay, so we're going to come to an extended child's pose from here. So press it to all fours. Feet, big toes are going to kiss together, knees nice and wide. Breathe in, tilt the pelvis up to the ceiling. Breathe out, bum to heels. You're going to actively reach your fingertips forward. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out. Bring your forehead down to the mat if you can. Your chest is super tight. You're not going to be able to do that. So just let your head hang wherever it does. And actively make sure you're reaching your fingertips forward. Okay, so a couple of breaths here. If you need a sip of water, you're going to take it now. So I'm going to have my sip. Now you're in child's pose. And then when you're ready, we're all going to peel it back to downward facing dog. So in your own time, downward facing dog. This time you're going to slide the sole of the right foot up. And you're going to think again about that hurdle in your mat. But you're going to come up and over, and you're going to kiss that knee, same elbow. Up and over to kick it back. Breathe in. You're going to go over to the other side. Breathe out. Hover. Breathe in. Kick it back. Then last time, breathe out. Nose to knee. And kick it back. Do the same thing on the other side. So left foot, you're going to slide it up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Over to the left. Left elbow and knee kissing together. Kick it back. Breathe out. You're going to go up and over to the right. Breathe in. Kick it back. Breathe out. Nose to knee. Breathe in. Kick it back. And we're getting a rest off the hands. You're going to step it up. So that could be 1 step or 10 steps. I don't mind. You're going to pivot on the back foot. So toes point towards the front corner of your mat. And we're going to come up to warrior 1. So remember, paying lots of attention to the back edge of that foot. And breathe in. Fingertips are going to come up towards the ceiling. Breathe out. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. So again, really active legs. Squeezing the front edge and the back edge of the mat together. I feel like I say this all the time in these videos, but it's easy to forget. Before I remind myself, I'm kind of loose here. So I really want you to do that action. And as you do, you can feel your hips kind of rotate a little bit. Breathe in and out. Okay. Breathe in. I apologize for my phone ringing. Breathe out. You're going to take warrior 2. So widen your stance a little bit. So again, push the out edge of that foot. The inner thigh is going to spiral out. Fingertips reach out. So squeeze front edge, back edge together. So it should hopefully stop ringing soon. So I know that there's only 2 people that ring my landline. Well, not just 2 people, but it's either my mum or someone trying to sell me something. But I have to have a landline because most of you know that I have this like old person's alarm because I have seizures, so that has to be connected to a landline. So long story short, phone has stopped ringing, so I apologize about that. So breathe out, shoulders away from the ears, palms down. Squeeze those legs. Inner thigh is rotating out towards the ceiling. So strong legs here. Now think about your midline, so from crown all the way down to the tail. Keep it in the center. Squeeze everything here. You might be feeling a bit of a shake. Breathe in. You're going to flip the palm up. Breathe out, reach forward. Back hand's going to come behind you. Breathe in, you're going to reach it over. Keep that leg bent. Breathe in, try and really reach. Breathe out, straighten through that front leg. Now again, we're going into triangles. Remember, don't lock that front leg out. Breathe in. You're going to come back to those warrior two arms. Breathe out, really push your hip back. You're going to reach forward as far as you can go until you start going down. Come on down. So either hand to the leg, or you can hover here. If these two options are not compatible for you, you'll bend through the front leg. Just use your elbow on that leg. So if you're hovering, you're getting a bit more core strength. And don't lock through that front leg. Try and keep your toes relaxed. You can either look up or look down. One more breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend through that front leg. Fingertips come down. You're going to pivot on that back foot. Come through. Right hand in line with the arch of the left foot. And breathe in. Take that twist. Now you can always lower down through that back leg. Breathe in. Reach up. Breathe out. Come down. Now, you're going to rock the back foot up towards the front. Feet together or hip width apart. Breathe in, everybody, fingertips forward, look forward. Breathe out, round it over. You're going to bring hands to opposite elbow. Relax the head over and just take a gentle rock side to side. Knees can be bent as generously as you need to. So now you're going to bring your hands underneath your feet. So hands underneath the feet. So you're going to walk your toes to your hip, I'm having one of those days again. All my words are coming together. So you're going to walk your toes to the creases of your wrists. There we go. I just want you to rock gently forward and back. So if you've got particularly tight wrists, you're going to feel it here. For me, this is giving me a good old stretch through the backs of the legs. Gently rock back and forth. Remember, not too far, otherwise you will overbalance. Okay, release your hands. Breathe in, you're going to go to tabletop position here. So either hands on the floor, shins, or up onto the thighs. Breathe in, loop the shoulders, push your way. Breathe out. Breathe in, find a little bit more length. Breathe out. Come on down. So now, wherever you are, you're going to keep your feet together apart from a little bit of space between your heels. So feet together, a little bit of space. So forget what you know about this next pose. Now imagine that you're sitting down on a chair, an invisible chair. So you really stick your glutes back. Fingertips come down to come up. And breathe out. So my hands are just in front of you for a little bit of counterweight. So knees squeezing together. Really push your your sit bones back. Chest is open. Breathe in and out here. Now hands are going to come to the chest. Breathe in. We're going to take the left elbow up and over to the right leg, taking a twist. So really squeeze your hands together, elbow into that leg, stay nice and low. Trying to aim to get your palms in line with your chest. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Come to center. We're going to go straight to the other side, up and over. So I know you can see my back, but keep pushing away. I'm going to keep the bum nice and low. Knees in line with the ankles. Deep breaths. Come to center, one breath. And relax down. So again, you're going to take opposite hands to the elbows, widen your base, so when your feet if you need to. Just gentle rock side to side. Take that flat back again. So breathe in, wherever you find this best. I'm going to come up onto my thighs. Breathe out, wrap the shoulders around. Push out. Breathe in, fingertips come down. Breathe out, you're going to stretch up towards the ceiling. Big stretch. Breathe out, fingertips come down. So I'm just going to turn to face you. So a bit of a hip opener here. You're going to take your feet underneath your shoulders and leave your toes to point out a little bit. So you're going to imagine you're between two planes of glass. So you can't come forward, you can't go backwards. You've got to go straight down. So hands are going to come to the heart. Breathe in, sit up nice and tall. Breathe out, bend your knees. So my knees are going to push out, tracking my big toes as I bring my bum down. Now, at some point, your heels are going to want to come up. If they do, let them, no problem. You're going to come down, sit bones nice and low to the floor. Your heels are up, no problem. Hands are going to come to the floor. Now, you might need to adjust your position here a little bit. So either widen your waist or bring it closer together. If your heels are down, bring your hands together. Use your arms to push away. So I'm using my arms to push into my legs. My legs are pushing into my arms. Chest is open, chest is forward. Just going to breathe here. Breathe in, it's fine. If your fingertips are down, your heels are up. Just opening up through the hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're going to bring your hands behind you. Let your bum come to the floor. You're just going to kick your legs out. So you might think that you might be able to get your legs super wide, but what I want everybody to do is just bring them in a little bit. So whatever your maximum is, take about a third off that and bring it in. So heels are on the floor, toes actively reaching up towards your face. Now, hands can be wherever is most comfortable. I want you to round through your bum and lift your heels up. So think nice and tall through the crown, nice straight line. If you're struggling and you're finding yourself rounding over, you can grab a cushion and put it underneath your bum. So you might find that you're getting a little bit of a shake in the legs here. So my heels are hovering off the floor. Make sure that you're imagining you're pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades. The chest is open. Keep breathing. So I've got that little bit of a shake now. Breathe here. Okay. You're fairly happy here. You're going to bring your hands out. So palms facing down. Breathe in. Now you're going to breathe out. You're going to bring opposite hand towards the toes or the leg. Breathe in, come to center. Breathe out, over to the other side. Into the center, over to the other side. Now if you want to, let your heels come down. If not, challenge yourself and try and keep them up. If you're feeling pain in your hips, bring your feet closer together. Just a couple more. Okay, up to center, breathe in, reach the fingertips up. Breathe out, take up space, wiggle your fingers. Now your hands are going to come underneath your knees. Bend your knees and use your hands to bring your legs together. So feet are now going to touch each other as they slide out. Breathe in, fingertips come up towards the ceiling again. Breathe out, bend your knees, belly comes over the thigh. So legs can be bent as generously as you need to. You're going to feel a big old stretch from the back of your neck all the way down your back and then down the backs of the legs. So here, really feel your belly expand as you breathe in. Breathe out. Let the head relax. Try and keep the face relaxed. One more breath. As you breathe out, try and straighten the legs a little bit more. Breathe in, you're going to slowly roll it up. And then breathe out, you're going to come onto your back. Scooch your bum up to the front edge. Come to lie down. You're going to breathe in, take a full body stretch. Breathe out, you're going to hug the knees up towards the chest and give yourself a big hug. So I like to rock gently side to side here. It feels really good on my back. And then our last few moments here, I'm going to give the hips a little bit of love, the back some love too. You're going to keep hold of your right knee, both hands. Extend your left leg out. So really squeeze that right knee in. Breathe in here. Breathe out. You're going to guide that knee across the body. And then you're going to extend through the right arm. Now, if the knee comes to the floor, great. If you're like me and it doesn't, who cares? But I want you to keep grounded in your shoulders. So if you can, both shoulders touching the ground. If you want a bit more of a stretch through your neck, you're going to look to the right fingers. Okay, come back to center. You're going to do the same thing with the other side. So first you're going to squeeze your left knee in, out through the right. Breathe in, really hug that knee in. Breathe out, guide it over to the right. You're going to extend through the left arm, back of the hand flat on the floor. Shoulders are grounded. Big breaths. If you want a bit more of a stretch through the neck, you're going to look to the left. Breathe in, come to center. And then breathe out. You're going to open through the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together. Now you can let your lower back come up off the mat here. Hands are just going to interlace and rest on the belly. And you just snuggle the shoulder blades underneath. So you feel nice and open through the chest. Now, if you're feeling any pinching in your hip creases, just widen the distance. So bring your feet further away from you. So I'm just going to end today in this position. So all I want you to do is let your breath return back to normal. Just a last opener through the hips. Finding length through the chest. So get relaxed here. So really really good work today, guys. You can stay here a little bit longer, or you can stretch both legs out, bring your hands by your sides, stay here for as long as you like. I'm going to come up and say goodbye to you all. But excellent work today, guys. Really good. So, although you might not have felt it, we've had a really good active workout. So, really good start to the week. So, my next live class will be on Thursday, and I will see you then. It will be 7:30, and I'll let you know where it's going to be, but that's going to be a full body session. And this will hopefully be uploaded to YouTube so you can do it anytime. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.